Hey guys, it's your girl Naturally Nata here, and I'm here today to show you how I clean my makeup brushes. This is something I've been wanting to film for quite a while because I just think it's really important for sanitary reasons to use clean brushes all the time. And the way I do it is very simple with a few cheap products. You can have clean, beautiful makeup brushes like these right here. So if you're interested in seeing how I do it, you know what to do. Just please stay tuned. So to clean my makeup brushes, I use a couple tools. The first thing is this Real Techniques brush cleansing palette that you can get from Walmart, Target, Kohl's. It's about $15. And then I also use Zote soap. This is the cheapest soap ever. It's about 97 cents at Walmart is where I get mine. It is a like laundry soap, but I use it to clean my makeup brushes. Alright, so here I have my dirty makeup brushes from the week. Like I said, I clean mine once a week, and also my beauty blenders and my Real Technique sponges also. It is just a real pet peeve of mine when I see YouTubers using dirty utensils. Like, I will stop watching somebody's videos if they always use dirty stuff because it's just not sanitary. So this is how I do it. I'm taking a dirty blending brush here and I'm just creating a lather with it on the Zote soap. And then I'm just going to take the Real Techniques brush cleansing palette, and it has three different areas, one for small brushes, one for medium brushes, and one for large. So I'm just swiping it all over the small brush area to create a lather also. And then once I get a good lather going, I go ahead and clean the brush further on the palm of my hand, and just make sure there's no more soap in the brush. Using your hand, if there's still soap in the brush, it'll create a lather on your hand. So I basically just keep running it under the water and running it back on my hand until there's no more soap. And as you can see, we end up with a very clean brush, and it's very quick to do. So now I'm doing it with another brush, and I'm going in the medium brush area of the brush cleansing palette, creating that lather, and then further removing that lather and all the soap from the brush on the palm of my hand. I also try to keep the brushes face down, pointing downwards, because you don't want them to point upwards because the water can run down into the brushes and make them come loose from their sticks, and we don't want that to happen. We want them to stay glued together as long as possible. So as you can see here, I'm keeping it pointed down, and then when I get done, look at the bristles. They are nice and clean. So I'm just going to keep repeating that process over and over. Now I'm going to clean a foundation brush, and as you can see, look at all that foundation that came off of the brush. This is why it's very important to clean your brushes, as often as you can. I try to use a clean brush every time I do my makeup, and when I run out, which is probably around 3 times, then I'm out of all my brushes, I go ahead and clean them all. So that is what I do, and especially if you're doing other people's makeup, which is what I'm getting into, which is doing clients' makeup, you want to have clean brushes all the time. You never want to do anybody's makeup with a brush that you used on yourself or on anybody else. So now I'm going to go in with a stippling brush, a dirty brush, and I'm going to go ahead and clean that one also by doing the same thing. Yet again, wiping it over the Zote soap, and then brushing it on the brush cleansing palette, and then removing all that soap and all the grime and dirt on the palm of my hand until there's no more soap left in the brush. And that is basically it, guys. Another thing I really like is when you are cleaning the smaller brushes, your eyeshadow brushes. You can do more than one at a time. So that's what I'm doing here, doing 3 at one time. And it just speeds the process up quicker if you have a lot of makeup brushes to clean. Lastly, I'm going to show you how I clean my sponges. This is the Real Techniques beauty sponge. So I just run it over the Zote soap until it gets nice and sudsy. And then I go ahead and clean it in between my hands like I'm washing my hands. And then once I get it nice and sudsy and I get all that product running into the water, I go ahead and run it under the water and squeeze over and over until there's no more soap coming out of the sponge. And then when I get done, as you can see, I end up with a nice clean beauty sponge. So here are my brushes and sponges before As you can see, they are full of product, very dirty. And after, this is what my brushes look like. They are nice and clean. They basically look brand new. And I just basically leave them on this towel here to dry. They take about 1 day to dry. And I don't use the brushes until they are completely dry. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you learned something, and I will see you in my next one. Bye-bye.